Hello and welcome to week 7. Week 7 already. These are anagrams with a short sort of cryptic explanation of what they are. You just need to work out what the word or phrase is of the anagrams. So I'll leave that up for about 10 minutes while we wait for people to join. Hello, anyone that's just joined. Welcome to week 7 of the quiz. In front of you, you will see some anagrams. You just need to guess what the word is that isn't in the brackets. So, for example, guess what sad bell means. And see how many you can get. If you want to write them down, then you can work on them throughout the quiz and submit them at the end. Don't forget that we are now doing a thing where you can get your quiz papers marked for you, and Gary will mark them, and the scores will be shown between rounds. Hello John, hello Cake or Death. I won't be starting for another 6 minutes, so don't be afraid to share with your friends. See if you can beat them. Do let me know if you can't hear me. Hello, William. Anyone that's just joined, you will see anagrams on the screen. You just need to guess what the word that isn't in the brackets means. The brackets is a clue as to what it is. There's plenty of them for you to get going. Gary's actually prepared them this week. Don't forget that you can get your... yes, I will share the... link for your answers. Bear with me, I do have it somewhere. I should have been more prepared. Okay, so this link here is for registering, and then it will also send you to the main quiz link, which is here. And I should also do as I'm told and remind you that if you want to donate to the quiz, which will go to charity, 100% will go to charity, you can feel free to do so there. If you want to just donate money to charity yourself and write it in the comments, that is fine. I'm assuming you can all hear me. If you can hear me, please do say something. And doing this setup on my desktop this week because my laptop was rather aggravating last week. I do have a new one coming tomorrow, which is exciting. Well, I don't know if it is tomorrow, to be honest, because DPD say Saturday on one line and Monday on the other, so who knows. So just work on the anagrams that are in front of you. The brackets are a clue as to what it might be. We'll get to the actual quiz in about 5 minutes, and my pizza should hopefully be here in about 15 minutes. I've been trying to get through to Roosters for about an hour. I thought I would be able to eat it before the quiz, but they've been engaged, so either the phones have been down or they've just been very, very, very busy with it being VE Day. Has anyone been up to any V-Day events today? Anyone that's just joined, there are anagrams on the screen. You just need to guess what they are. We'll be starting the quiz in about 3 minutes. The brackets are a clue as to what the anagram is. And the links that I've put in the live chat, you can use to register to submit your answers. And we'll be showing the answers between rounds. The scores between rounds if they're submitted, if Gary is fast enough at marking them. "21 viewers, it is climbing. Hello and welcome. There are anagrams in front of you. The brackets are a clue as to what the anagram is. If you want to submit your answers online, you don't have to, but if you do want to, you can use the link on the side. The actual quiz will be starting in about 2 minutes. Yeah, we didn't have a party in the street. Well, to be fair, there were quite a few people in the street, but yeah, we were in the front garden. I actually put some very loud music on down the street, so the whole of Rectory Road was singing along to World War II classics. Well, I don't know who that would be. Orange is a bad colour for a white background. Well, it's a good job it's not a white background then, isn't it? You need to use the first link to submit your team name, and then the second link should allow you to select your team name. If you're struggling with it, then Gary will explain, because he's the one that set it up, and I think he's changed it from last week. I will change the font colour for you, yes, when I find the right. I mean, it's the same colour that it was last week, but there you are. Yeah, the first link, I'll just send it again. This link allows you to register for your team name, and then you can use the second link to select your team name. If your team name isn't on there, registered. Okay, yeah, no, I have. I've given you the wrong link. There we are. This link. Use that link that I've just sent to submit your team name. Sorry about that. I'd put the wrong one. And welcome, Bethany, to your first quiz. I'll just wait one more minute whilst some people might be still registering their teams, and then we'll get started. So far we have 2, 4, 6, 7 teams up. So today's teams are Quiz on My Face, Encyclopedia Files, Team TARDIS, Tracy and Brixie, BTL, Rogue Quizzers, Tomby and Brainbusters so far. If anyone else wants to register for online, just use the link that I've just put in. We're going to get started now, I think. So, I need to change the screen, otherwise you'll see all the answers. Hello. Right, so, question 1. How many sides does a heptadecagon have? Heptadecagon. Behind me you will see the VE Day celebrations from 75 years ago. My grandma's just telling me how she remembers partying for VE Day in her town hall and punched a boy that kissed her sister. She wasn't very popular. Try refreshing the page. What is your team name, Bethany? Oh, you've got it. Great. That's okay. That is fine. Yeah, so if it's a strange angle this week, it's just because I'm doing it on my desktop because my new laptop hasn't required yet. Is what request beneath me or underneath me? Question 2. Which was the first James Bond film to feature Roger Moore in the title role? So that means as James Bond. I'm drinking St. Clement's Spritz today. I don't know if Stu's watching. Possibly not, because he'd be in the comments by now if he was. But it's one of his inventions, which we invented on our channel, A Mouthful of Stew, where we do cooking things, but we did a cocktail take on it. So it's aperitivo or Aperol Spritz, limoncello. It's meant to be orange juice, but I poured a dash of orange juice in and then realised that it was best before May 2019, so I threw that out. So it's got melon cordial and tonic water. The tonic water is meant to be lemonade, but I didn't have any of that either, so it's slightly different, but it's very nice still. Okay, so yes, as you can just see down here, that is going to be the team with the highest score as far as Gary has answered. Marked them all, so as he's marking them, the highest will appear on there. Next week we're hoping to have it cycling between all the different team names and what score they've got, but for now it's just the person in first place. So question 3. In which century was the first Grand National Horse Race? Welcome anyone that's just joined. We're only on question 3, so don't worry. If you need to catch up, you can just go back in the video a little bit. I've just remembered that I've forgotten to update the slides that have got all the quiz questions at the end, so you'll have to make sure that you read them all as I'm going through them. I do apologise. Question 4. Who succeeded Henry II as King of England? I think that's maybe because you registered first. Okay, so question 5. What is 15% of the 2000? 15% of 2000. That must mean that encyclopedia files have have submitted their anagrams already. So, sorry, axe-wielding pacifist, but you've gone down again. Question 6. How many episodes of the UK version of The Office were made? A show I've not actually seen before. Probably should, given I've had it in my quiz twice now. So I've been trying to get through to Roosters in Brampton for a pizza takeaway for an hour before the quiz. And they're obviously so busy because I couldn't get through to them, but I got through to them 10 minutes before the quiz, so someone's going to pick that up for me. So unfortunately, I will be eating in front of the quiz again. I did try to get it done, get it ordered beforehand, but oh well. Question 7. Bright Eyes by Art Garfunkel was used in the soundtrack to which 1978 animated film? Ha! Sounds like my pizza is here. Question 8. Lemurs are native to which island? Classic film, but I've not seen it, I don't think. Don't even know what it's about, actually. Oh, survival and adventure novel. Probably shouldn't be giving clues. Question 9. Tobermory is the capital of which Scottish island? Went to Tobermory many, many years ago when I was tiny, before Balamory, which is where most of Balamory was filmed. So it was quite weird for me to go there, and then when I got back a year or two later, I saw Tobermory on the telly. Now apparently it's so full of tourists. Well, it probably isn't at the moment. They're probably all locked inside, but yeah. Oh well, I'm guessing Stu's not watching this week, so I'll have none of his comments. Question 10. Who wrote the books on which the series Game of Thrones is based? you.
I've added salt and vinegar.
Okay. My pizza has arrived. And chips. Pizza and chips, of course. I think Rooster's chips have got better with this lockdown. They are... Question 11. How many points would the word Corona give you in Scrabble without bonus tiles? No, you can't have a slice, Liam. You wanted Chinese, and I don't know why you've not got it. I don't actually know who runs it. But if anyone can find out, it'll be you, Gary. Yum yum. Question 12. Which English author created the priest detective Father Brown? I don't think I've ever had chips so good from Roosters, actually. They're really good. Ah, is that what Disney's secret name is? Mafia. I see. 13. Who was the 6th wife of Henry the 8th? Question 14. How many hours are there in a leap year? Bit of maths for you. You are allowed to use a calculator because we're not an exam, and we understand that there are calculators in the world, and everybody's got one within 10 seconds of them. Your phone. So there is literally no point in having a calculatorless exam anymore. And finally, question 15. In which English county is Blenheim Palace? So far we've had £1 donated. Okay, so I can't get there from last week, so and we've only had one score back, so I won't show the scores. So we'll go straight on to round 2, which this week is animals. Originating in Norway, what kind of animal is a dunker? I don't think it's happened at Roosters before, and it doesn't happen very often, but I think the chips are actually better than the pizza this time. They're so good chips. Question 2. What type of animal is an ibis? My trusty table salt that lives on my desk. Not that I'm addicted to salt or anything. I can't be as addicted to salt as my gran anyway. And butter, she's terrible. She said after the war, the one thing she was looking forward to was no rations of butter. But it was many years after the war, of course, that rations were scrapped. So, question 3: which is the smallest bird in the world? I hope nobody heard that. Question 4. An Egyptian mow is what kind of animal? Egyptian mow. And question 5. The armadillo is native to which continent? Question 6. What type of animal is a booby? And question 7. Arachnophobia is the fear of what? And question 8. The Asian elephant's trunk contains up to how many muscles? 600, 6,000 or 60,000? Question 9. Alligators are native to only which 2 countries? And Gary, it's 1 point for both. No, would be nice. 1 point each. And question 10. What is the normal lifespan of an African bush elephant? You can have within a decade, I think. So. I hope I'm not making you hungry by eating every week. But... Question 11. What is the fastest moving snake in the world? If you want to chat in the live chat, do feel free. Normally we've got Stu doing quite a lot of silly live chats, but he doesn't seem to be watching this week. Question 12. Which animal is believed to be the largest animal to have ever lived? Yes, Gary, what have you been up to today? This only exists because of my brother, because he asked me to do a pub quiz for his meetup quiz. His meetup group even, so he should be watching. But he hardly ever comments, so... I can't tell you that, but it's not what I thought it was. Right, question 13. What do butterflies use the proboscis for? Gary, you can't be giving clues out. That's not on. I'll stop you from answering them if you do that. Question 14. An orangutan, I don't know why that's hyphenated, is native to only 2 islands. One is Borneo. What is the other? Madagascar, Sumatra, or Java? Answering, not cancering. I will hold off pizza. Probably won't manage long, but I will hold off briefly. Question 15. How many species of bumblebee are there in the world? 25, 150, or 250? And we have some marks back now, so whilst we have got the break on, I can show you the scores so far. This is as far, of course, as Gary has answered them for you, and if you haven't submitted your round, then of course you won't have answers for that round on there, but it will update live if he gets any done throughout the break. So yes, if you need the toilet or top up, now is the time. You've got about 5 minutes. So come on then, what are people up to? I've been listening to an audiobook on Audible. And I've been decorating some chairs, actually. There's some, because we're moving to Newcastle, hopefully in June. There were some old chairs that were in the attic, very battered, and anyway, they need reupholstering, which I need to order the fabric for. But because it was all horrible dark varnish, I decided to paint them a nice cream colour. So I'm going to have a cream frame with a nice charcoal fabric. No, I can't remove the subscribe button, sorry. Maybe if you subscribe. Oh, come on. You can have the mark for cheesecake. I don't know which team you are, though, so I can't add a point on. Gary might, though. Oh, I see you've auto-answered them, Gary. Terrible. But who is Bethany Tomlinson? Because we can add a... Oh, apparently you did get the mark for cheesecake. Bloody amateurs. That's it, get all those answers. You go up in the world. Okay, so... Oh, my camera's gone. Oh, well, I'm sure you won't mind if I just remove it. Be fine. So, moving on to science. Question 1. In which part of the human body would you find the atlas bone? Hello, Bethany's little sister, Courtney. Actually, that's a good point. Can you still hear me? I'm hoping you can. I mean, it's... Yeah, I think... Oh, okay, that's good then. Not sure what's happened to the video. Oh! No? Yes or no? This is very, very confusing now. You can, great, okay. Good, good. Okay, so question 2. Which famous American is generally credited with the invention of the bifocal spectacles? And if you didn't hear me, I don't know if my microphone went off or whatever, but hello, Bethany's sister, Courtney. Question 3. What is the main purpose of a nootropic drug? Or nootropic. Nootropic. Something about that. I have to say, I'm not really enjoying that pizza from Roosters. The chips were bloody good, though. Question 4. NH3 is the chemical formula for which compound, commonly used in household cleaning products? And we've now got £4 towards charity from the quiz, so thank you, those people that have done that. Question 5. Rose gold gains its colour from adding which metal to gold? You may be surprised. You might be better at science than you thought. Question 6. In mathematics, what is the value of pi to 2 decimal places? I would have thought that the rogue quizzers is Liam's family. And they probably think that they're above sending in their answer sheets early. Question 7. The Beaufort wind scale the Beaufort wind force scale ranges from 0 up to which number, representing a hurricane? I'm having a lot of trouble with saying that. Yeah. Question 8. Approximately how many centimetres are equivalent to 2 inches? I do think that my verbal dyslexia, as I like to call it, is improving, though, with doing these quizzes. So that's something. I still forget words, though. And don't forget to like my quiz, of course. You know how much the likes mean to me. And even more the subscribers. If you are a subscriber, then thank you for subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch minutes, which will allow me to become a YouTube partner. I think I'm currently on about 140 subscribers, so I've got a long way to go, but the watch minutes are getting there. So yes, please give me a like and subscribe. Question 9. What is measured by the Mohs scale? I nearly told you the answer then, I don't know why. That would have been a bit awkward. Yes, I know, but they're not real. I'd rather have real subscribers, real people. Wouldn't feel as good if I just bought them. Question 10. Which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? And hello, Linda, friend of Sebastian Richards. Whereabouts are you from? Are you local, or have you found this through YouTube or Facebook? Well, the VE Day picture was meant to be a backdrop to my webcam, but my camera's decided to turn off, and I can't really be bothered to try and fix it because it would probably just complain anyway. It's not very reliable. Question 11. In which part of the human body would the limbic system be found? Whoop whoop. Question 9. What is measured by the Mohs scale? Assuming that's said correctly. Metal straws are noisy, apparently. Question 12. Which chemical element is sometimes known as quicksilver? And question 13. Which element has the atomic number 1? And question 14. 0 degrees Celsius is equal to what reading on the Fahrenheit scale? In other words, what is 0 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? And question 15. True or false? Dogs cannot see colour. please don't forget to give me a like. It is very important to me. I have 4 likes and 27 viewers, so they are free, they don't cost you anything. Same with subscribing. The only thing you'll get with a subscription is, well, if you don't hit the bell icon, there's not much point in subscribing, so you might as well subscribe and hit the bell icon, because it's both free. And oh no, that's the end of that round. So next round we're on to beer. Yes, it would be rather nice, wouldn't it? They do confuse me with inches and feet and... Anyway, so on to beer. Question 1. Which country does this beer originate? Victoria Bitter. So the first half of these beer questions are relating to where the beer is from. And I'll have to admit, if I was doing this quiz answering the actual questions, I would have had no idea. So good luck. I'm not a fan of beer though, so... And thank you for the 3 people that have given me a like. It means a lot. I hope you've subscribed too. Question 2. In which country does Heineken originate? Thank you, Gary. I feel like you'd already done that anyway. Question 3. In which country does Corona beer originate? Oh, have you seen this? Gary's put a little Nyan cat on the oh no, you won't be able to see that, but oh well. Question 4. In which country does this beer originate? Carlsberg. Well, I moved it, but you put it on there, Gary. They'll be able to see between rounds now. Now you've shrunk it. Oh my god, you aren't. You are. Oh dear. Question 5. Which country does Kronenberg originate? I'm quite excited for my laptop tomorrow. Well, if it turns up tomorrow, you know. I mean, it says your parcel will now be delivered on Saturday, the 9th of May. But then it says your parcel is due for delivery on Monday. So I have no idea when it's going to turn up. Question 6. Why was beer more commonly drunk than water in medieval Britain? It is an Asus TUF, which has an AMD Ryzen 4th Gen, Ryzen 7 4th Gen. I have finally made the switch to AMD since they're better than Intel, which sounds really strange to say. But yeah, apparently the AMD 4th Gen Ryzen 3 is more powerful than my 7th generation Intel Core i7, which to most people will mean nothing, but to geeks that's like, what the you know, like... Anyway, question 7. How many pubs are there in England to the nearest 10,000? Well, I have been Intel mad for all my life, and but AMD have managed to shrink their architecture down to 7 nanometers, whereas Intel is still on, is it 14 or 12? So they're actually managing to do better now, because AMD get an external company to actually produce the chips, whereas Intel try and produce them themselves, so they're a bit stuck. Well, that's true. How many pubs were there in England to the nearest 10,000? Question 8. What is the oldest style of beer in the world? Well, the nanometer is the size of the transistors in the chip. So the smaller the transistor, the more they can fit in. So the better, effectively, the better the CPU is. And yes, it is physical size. It's the actual transistor size that they're able to produce, and you know, other bits. But yeah. Just sort of imagine it as DPI. You know, they're able to fit more transistors into the same amount of space. It's like 4K instead of HD. Question 9. How much beer sold in the UK is made in the UK to the nearest 10%? And question 3. Which country does this beer originate? Corona. And question 10. Which country consumes the most beer per person at 143 litres per person per year? Which, for those of you who are imperial, that is 250 pints a year per person. So, actually, doesn't sound like that much, does it? Well, maybe it is. Question 11. There is no question 11, so we'll move on to music. Question 1. The song Bluebirds Over the White Cliffs of Dover was a hit for Dame Vera Lynn in 1941. In the song, there is a reference made to a little boy. What is the boy's name? Question 12 and 15 from General Knowledge. Are you kidding me? Oh. Question 12 and 15. Question 12 from General Knowledge is which English author created the priest detective Father Brown? And question 15 is in which English country is Blenheim Palace? Sorry, in which English county, even, not country. And question 2 for music. Bing Crosby recorded this Irving Berlin song in 1942. It became popular, became a smash hit even, and remains to this day one of the most popular winter songs ever written. What is the song? And question 3. This song was written by a young Canadian woman named Ruth Lowe and was recorded in 1940 by Frank Sinatra, becoming Sinatra's first hit of his career. What was the song? Question 4. Fill in the blank. In an old blank garden. Question 5. In the popular World War II song Apple Blossom Time, made popular by the Andrews Sisters, which month is mentioned? And question 6. Fill in the blanks. Are we blank or are we blank? And question 7. Fill in the blanks. I got the eye of a fighter. I got the eye of the blank, a fighter. Hopefully you're doing a bit better now, although probably not your type of music, so maybe not axe-wielding pacifist. However, moving on to question 8. Fill in the blanks. And the memories bring back blank. Bring back you. And question 9. Only know you've been high. Only know you've been high when you're blank. Question 10. I didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had blank. So we've got Irish wristwatch in the lead so far. But it's quite close between several people actually. So. Question 11. When I see your face, there's not a thing I would change, 'cause you're amazing. Blank. Question 12. Who do you think you are, running round leaving blank? And question 13. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing blank? Just give your answers away, Liam. And question 14. Tell me your favourite song. You go ahead. Let your blank. And question 15. You think you've got it. Oh, blank. They're not the answers, Liam, but you might be helping people get the answers. And that is the final question. So, if you would like to submit your answers as soon as possible. Gary, what are you doing? The graph just went very strange. I'm going to put the graph, and as Gary marks them, you will be able to see them, and I will read out... Actually, should just read out the answers, and you can see them. Well, actually, I'll show you where we're up to before. When I find the right window... Scores, there we are. That's what the scores are so far. So we have Irish wristwatch in the lead, BTL Road Quizzes and Tombe quite close behind. So we'll see if that changes. Where is... there it is. Answers. So we will start with the anagrams, which Gary did. So we have the first one, Ed Balls, Tom Cruise, London Underground, Microsoft, Hanukkah even, Minnesota, Citron, Europe, Virgin, Morrison's, Ribcage, Cheesecake, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Broomstick, Spice Girls, James Watt, Ian Bothman, Tequila, Jamie Lannister, Homer Simpson even, Tagliatelle, Copenhagen, Derwentwater, The Godfather, and Doctor Who. It certainly used to be my favourite TV show. It's gone down very much since Russell T Davies left, but hey. Although Matt Smith was very, very, very good. So we will move on to... No. The answers. Bloody hell, just when I click the right button. How many sides does a heptadecagon have? Heptadecagon. It has 17 sides. Which was the first James Bond film to feature Roger Moore as James Bond? Live and Let Die from 1973. In which century was the first Grand National Horse Race? 19th century, in 1839. Who succeeded Henry II as King of England? That is Richard I or Richard the Lionheart. 15% of 2000 is 300. How many episodes of the UK version of The Office were made? 14. Bright Eyes by Art Garfunkel was used in the as the soundtrack to which 1978 animated film? Watership Down. Lemurs are native to Madagascar. Tobermory is the capital of Mull. Who wrote the books on the series Game of Thrones? George R.R. Martin. How many points would the word Corona give you in Scrabble without bonus tiles? 8. Which English author created the priest detective Father Brown? G.K. Chesterton. Who was the sixth wife of Henry VIII? Catherine Parr. Very well done if anybody got that one. How many hours are there in a leap year? 8,784. simply 24 times 366 instead of 365. We are currently in a leap year. In which English county is Blenheim Palace? It is in Oxfordshire. Originating in Norway, what kind of animal is a dunker? It is a dog. And an ibis is a bird. The smallest bird in the world is a bee hummingbird. An Egyptian Mao is a cat. The armadillo is native to the Americas, both north and south. What type of animal is a booby? It is a seabird. Arachnophobia is the fear of spiders. You should all know that from Harry Potter. The Asian elephant's trunk contains up to 60,000 muscles, which is quite a lot of muscles. Alligators are native to only USA and China. And the normal lifespan for an African bush elephant is 60 to 70 years, so you can have anything around that. Which is the fastest moving snake in the world? It is the black mamba. Which animal is believed to be the largest animal to have ever lived? The blue whale, not a dinosaur. What do butterflies use the proboscis for? Eating. They suck up nectar through the proboscis. The orangutan is native to only 2 islands, Borneo and Sumatra. And there are... That is not the right answer there. Luckily I remember it. There are 250 different species of bumblebee around the world, which is quite staggering. And science. In which part of the human body would you find the atlas bone? That would be the spine or back. Famous American is generally credited with the invention of the bifocal spectacles is Benjamin Franklin. The main purpose of a nootropic drug is to improve cognitive function or mental performance. NH3 is the chemical formula for which compound? Ammonia, commonly used in household cleaning products. Rose gold gains its colour from adding copper to the gold. Sometimes silver, but that doesn't give it the rose colour. In mathematics, what is the value of pi to 2 decimal places? That's quite easy, 3.14. The Beaufort scale ranges from 0 to 12, which is a hurricane. Approximately how many centimetres are equivalent to 2 inches? 5, specifically 5.08 centimetres. And mineral hardness is measured by the Mohs scale. Which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? That is 7. In which part of the human body would the limbic system be found? It would be found in the brain. Which chemical element is sometimes known as quicksilver? Mercury. Which element has the atomic number 1? Hydrogen. 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 32 on Fahrenheit scale. True or false, dogs cannot see colour. They can see colour. Contrary to popular belief, dogs can see colour, but the variation in colour they can see is more limited than our own. Moving on to beer. Victoria Bitter is from Australia. Heineken is from the Netherlands. Corona is from Mexico, the beer, not the infection. Carlsberg is from Denmark. Kronenberg is from France. And beer was more commonly drunk than water in medieval Britain because it was safer than water, as the alcohol killed bugs. How many pubs are there in England to the nearest 10,000? 50,000. And the oldest style of beer in the world is ale. How much beer is sold in the UK? Is made in the UK? 82%. So we're looking for 80% really, which is quite good. In terms of the carbon footprint of the beer. Which country consumes the most beer per person at 143 litres per person per year? Czech Republic. And in the music round, we have the song, Bluebirds Over the Wide Cliffs of Dover, was a hit for Dame Vera Lynn in 1941. In the song, there is a reference made to a little boy called Bobby. Bing Crosby recorded this Irving Berlin song in 1942, and it became a smash hit at Christmas, White Christmas. And this song was written by a young Canadian woman named Ruth Lowe and was recorded in 1940 by Frank Sinatra, becoming Sinatra's first hit of his career, called I'll Never Smile Again. Fill in the blank, an old Dutch garden. In the popular World War II song Apple Blossom Time, made popular by the Andrews Sisters, which month is mentioned? May. Fill in the blanks. Are we human or are we dancer? I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter. And the memories bring back you. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high, high hopes. When I see your face, there's nothing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Who do you think you are, running round leaving scars? Should I give you up, or should I just keep chasing pavements? Tell me your favourite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. You think you've got it. Oh, you think you've got it. And that is it. So, let's see how the scores are coming on. We have... Gary, has everything been marked fully? If so, then Irish Wristwatch has won. I'll just catch up on the chat at the side. I don't know, because Gary did the answers. In fact, Gary did that whole round, so... Obviously being very lenient with Hummingbird. Yeah, I go posh sometimes. At least I've not gone Irish. I don't want to offend people. Okay, so assuming that Trace and Bixie aren't going to get or double their points, then Irish Wristwatch has won. Congratulations. Rogue Quizzes have come second. BTL and BTL have come third, and Tomby has come fourth. So well done. And if anyone else wants to share their scores in the chat, then feel free. So there is split. The £4 that we've raised this week, I think will go to Dogs Trust. So if anyone else wants to send anything with the Ping It link, which is probably at the very top, then feel free. on there, and we will send that off to them. Like I say, 100% goes to them, and I don't keep anything myself because I'm just that nice. I wish DPD would update their tracking. It's still saying Saturday and Monday. I'm imagining it'll update when it gets to Carlisle, but it was on its way to Carlisle at half midnight, so probably unlikely now. Oh, the overall score chart. You'd realise, Gary, that I haven't actually set up OBS to show that bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move that there and move that out the way, and then theoretically you maybe can't see them all yet. Move it down a bit. There, now you can see them all. So yes, congratulations, Iris wristwatch. And Gary, what are you doing? I don't know what Gary's doing. However, we know who the winners are because we've just seen that. So, yeah, Gary went a bit mad there, didn't he? Yes, so thank you for watching. Same thing again next week, I think, because I think it's unlikely that we're going to be allowed out to the pubs by next week. So that's probably going to be more like probably September, to be honest. I don't see them opening for a long time. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Same time next week. And if you have any ideas for rounds that you'd like to see, drop them in the comments right now. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to watch all my videos as much as you want. Most of them are tech related, so yeah. Thank you for watching. I will end the stream there, and I will see you at the same time next week. Bye.